Welcome inside the world of my song, I Miss. Come on in. So this song started here on the basement with this guitar. This is actually my first guitar ever. It was my father's and the neck is broken, as you can see, because we use steel strings in an nylon guitar, which is a terrible idea. But I wrote this song 5 years ago in 2020. I was 16 years old. I was in lockdown like everyone else, and I was having online classes and I was really bored. So I would point the camera towards my face and I would have the guitar, and then I would be just like playing with the guitar and creating these melodies and these little things. And one of these things that I created was I Miss this song. So this song was a process. As you can see on the music video and here on the song, it has stages. So it didn't come everything at the same time. I wrote the guitar melody in April, and then in November I got the lyrics, and then the chorus only came in the year after. So the song was evolving as the subject was evolving. And that's really funny because I think you can get the feeling of that. So for the music video, I had this idea of the 5 stages of grief. This character is going through a traumatic experience and I wanted to portray how sudden it all was. So I had this idea of having a nightgown. So the idea is that she woke up and everything was different and she didn't have any time to get dressed. So she went to this journey like this. So then we have the clock, that is a choker, and it's very obvious, it means time. And if you notice, it's the only thing that we have in common in both worlds. Both of these characters are using this clock. And if you notice, the time on the clock never moves, because although the world is moving, she's stuck on the same place. Then we have the bullet, and I will tell you all about it very shortly. So I wanted to have 2 scenarios. Since the process of grieving it's very intense and dense, I thought it would be an interesting idea to have the computer, and she's kind of using the computer as a way of going through this process, but shielding herself from reality. So she's facing it, but not entirely. So the first stage is denial, and there are 2 things that I want to tell you about in every stage. So the first thing that I want to show you and talk to you about is the bullet. And in every stage she has a bullet, and she either has more blood or no blood. In this case she has no blood, and in this stage we see her expression. She's numb, she's almost robotic, and the blood symbolizes her coming to terms with what's happening, so becoming more and more human. So the other thing I really want to look into is how high she is on the cliffs. So in the beginning she is on the highest point and she is in her best world. She's in this kind of heaven that is not real, and she will eventually go down the cliffs, and this is her approaching. The second stage is anger. In anger she has a little bit more blood, so she's coming into terms with what's happening. So the thing I really like about anger is that she's going down this trail and she's angry, she's more human, she's getting dirty, she has this animalistic feeling. And we don't see the sea, we see the earth. She's more in contact with her primate instincts. Now it's bargaining. So this was a tricky one. It's more a transitional stage. It's quickly taken over by depression. And as you can see, she already has more blood. And something I find funny is that throughout this stage, her expression is with the chin down and her eyes up, almost like she's begging for something. As you can see, she's getting closer and closer. Depression is a big one. So this is a big stage. It covers a big part of the video, the chorus, the solo. It's the first time she's entirely covered in blood. and she's singing with emotion. It's the first time she's really singing to the camera. It's the first time she's human again. She's screaming, she's crying, she's running, and she's running, not running away from something, but running towards herself and dealing with all of these emotions. And I wanted to have such a big piece of the video because I feel like it's reality. Depression, it's, I think, the stage that it takes longer to go through. So although we're coming towards the end, I didn't want the stage to be already close to the beach. I wanted to have some distance. As I said, this is a big chunk of the song, and I wanted to have also a big distance for her to go through. The last stage, acceptance. So it was really important for me that in the song and the music video, we get this idea that this is not the end. She's not ending anything, she's starting. This is a beginning of something. And in all of these stages, she has more blood because she's coming into terms with herself and becoming more human again. But in this stage, she's washing herself and she's coming out with less blood. And it's not because she's a robot again or she's numb, it's because she's accepting, and while she's accepting, she's letting go of what's wrapping her. So during the video, she's going down to the beach, and this symbolizes her getting to know herself better and better, this journey, but the journey never ends, and that's why the ocean is so big. There's endless opportunities. And I wanted to have the sunset because I wanted this idea of having a full day. So in the beginning she has the nightgown because she just woke up, and then in the end we have the sunset. Because I wanted to have time portrayed on this, so even though her clock is not moving, time is still going. And this is not a process that takes a day or a month or even a year, or something that takes a long time. But the beach is a way of finding something that she can later work on, which is the rest of the ocean. Now we're entering the other scenario, and as I said, I wanted to have the computer almost as a shield for her, but also I really like this idea of the game. She's conquering something while she's going through the stages, so she's winning a little bit. And then we have the martini, as always. I won't go further on that, but I think you can guess. We have the t-shirt. She's at home, she's comfortable. But I wanted to have a quote of the song, Craving for More Pain, because I wanted to be aware that she knows exactly where she's starting this journey, but still she wants to go through it. Then we have the lyric video. So in the beginning of the lyric video we have this big text. I think it's something that appears when your computer doesn't work really well, but I know very little about computers, and I edited it out to fit the narrative of the 5 stages of grief, and I think it's really funny and you should go and read it again. I wrote this song 5 years ago. I was 16 and I really wanted to do justice to this 16-year-old Teresa that wrote this. I wanted to perform it as it was written, just me and the guitar. And I thought it would be a wonderful idea to do it in Praia da Ursa since it's so beautiful. But it was a terrible idea because the wind was strong and there were so many noises, and so Luís Coutinho had a really hard time mixing it, so really thankful. But it turned out so beautiful and I can't regret it. This is a cover of I Miss, and this is the original photo where the cover was taken from. And just a fun fact, the outfit that I'm wearing here, it's the outfit that I wore on the live performance, which I find funny. Thank you for stepping inside the world of my song, I Miss. I hope you liked it, and I hope to see you soon. Because we used okay in the other next year. So for the music video, but she can't use again very shortly. No. Quem que anda assim? And there are two key aspects. And if we look, it's more a traditional stage. It's não vou dizer so porque eu estou sempre a dizer so. So this is so the other thing I really want to look into, less human. So the idea is that she woke. Okay.
Isso.
Takes really time. We have this theme of the 5 stages of grief and the music video and the song. Agora com um ladrão. Para de ladrar! Then we have in the beginning of the lyric video. Opa, bro, chill down. Funny if you go watch it back and read it. I think. Guys, come on.